All right, guys, welcome back here. Another edition, Talking Preps. The final week of the regular season's in the books. We're going to shift our focus to the playoffs, but we've got some guys that balled out last week, some rivalry games that got the call. So we're going to hit it right here. Players of the week. All right, guys, like I said, regular season's in the book, but hey, we got some guys they balled out. They got to call. We're going to start up there in Taylorsville, Alexander Central. Sawyer Chapman Mays in a 42-26 victory over South Caldwell in a game with more than 700 yards of offense. Chapman Mays had 22 carries, 143 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Gary, got some good film here. What do you see in this?
Well, first of all, something that catches my eyes, I haven't seen a running back get in a 3-point stance in so long. It's like they're running the wing T out of the gun. But to see a running back get in a 3-point stance and hit it downhill, that's some old school football right there.
That definitely is. Kind of gives me, I'm a split back veer guy, and you're right. Wishbone, you see that guy right there in the 3-point stance. That's big time. Congratulations, Mr. Chapman Mays. You got the call. We're going to move forward. Let's stay in that same neck of the woods. Iredell County, West Iredell. Trey Clyburn. Clyburn's a sophomore, by the way. Had a 32-yard interception return for a touchdown, then a 78-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown, and a rushing touchdown in a 70-24 victory over Bunker Hill. Clyburn's team broke the NCHSAA record for 4 pick sixes in a single game, previously set by Roxborough Person 16 years ago. These 5 players had pick sixes for West Iredell. Let's name them. Trey Clyburn, Jaquan Wasan, I hope I got it right, Gabe Harshman, Avir Pete, and Sebastian Bridges. Sam, you like guys that get it done on defense and offense. What do you see in this guy?
Well, I like this guy defensively. That's what I'm looking at. That's where I think he's going to play at the next level. I mean, he's got great angle control. You can see when look at that, even turning the corner on the punt block right there. But what I love is that he is very great at understanding his angle. When he was coming off the edge on that first highlight, he didn't get confused. Like, all right, do I got the back? Do I got the quarterback? He understood his angle, and he didn't get confused, and he committed to his angle. That's the whole key of assignment football, being able to do those things. And that's probably why they had so many interceptions, because the quarterback felt a lot of pressure with that guy coming off the edge because he understood his assignment.
All right, big time. You got the call. Let's move forward. Let's go to Cleveland County, Shelby High School. Land Farmer in a 36-35 Donnybrook of a game, a victory over rival Burns. Farmer was 27 of 32 passing for 311 yards, 3 touchdowns. He also ran the ball 15 times for 70 yards and 2 more touchdowns. Coach Brown, I'm going to give this one back to you. What do you see?
Well, I got to see this guy firsthand a couple of years ago, on the scrimmage. This is a big boy right here. I actually went to the LSU game a few weeks ago, and he reminds me of his size of Jamarcus Russell. This is a big quarterback, but he's a very great pocket passer. But when he needs to use his legs, he can punish you. You can do quarterback power with this guy when he scrambles. No DBs are wanting to tackle this guy, but he's big in the pocket. This is where the prototypical type of guys you're looking for at the next level, and that's why Shelby's got a real good shot at trying to go for a state championship this year, no matter what seat they're going to be.
You're right. Absolutely. Let's stick right here in Cleveland County and go over to Crest High School. The Chargers had a shocking 70-0 victory over rival Kings Mountain. Eli Hamrick, the quarterback, he was 10 of 10 for passing for 249 yards, 3 touchdowns, and then he ran for 4 more touchdowns on the ground. Coach Hales, this is a big guy there playing football. What do you see on film?
No, the thing that just screams to me is just the touch he has on the deep ball. You see a lot of these kids, especially big guys, they're just going to throw it as far as they can and hope the receivers get there. But he's putting a lot of loft on it. And, he obviously knows his receivers real well. He knows their speed. He's able to just drop it to a point where they're just able to run right underneath it, catch that thing on the run. That's beautiful work by him. 10 for 10, holy cow, come on.
Absolutely. Big time. Hey, let's go over to another big time program. One of the blue bloods here in North Carolina high school football, Rockingham, Richmond Senior High School. Evan Hodges in a 58-27 victory over Pinecrest Friday that locked up the league title for the Raiders. Hodges completed 12 of 16 passes for 378 yards. That's very efficient yardage right there. 5 touchdowns. Also ran the ball 3 times for 37 yards. Gary, what do you see in this young man?
Well, first of all, it's hard to believe that we're looking at Richmond County be this wide open. We all have known the traditional ground and pound attack from Richmond County, and you knew they were coming to run the ball down your throat. And now they figured out, hey, it's a lot easier to score through the air. And this guy putting it on the money.
I don't know about that, Gary. Calm down. Was it a lot easier to score on the air? Calm down with that.
It's easier to score throwing the ball than it is running the ball. Now, running the ball will take your heart. This right here is sudden death.
I hear you. I was pulling for him. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad all the touchdowns they scored because I wanted Pinecrest to lose. I wanted to creep up them rankings a little bit in the playoffs. So we were rooting for him.
All right. Well, hey, there's definitely some Raider magic going on down there in Rockingham. They're wearing the gold jerseys, so that's always something big time down there. But anyway, we're going to take our first break here at Talking Preps Player of the Week. So we'll be right back after this. Hey, this is Chris Hughes, host of the Observer's Talking Preps. Proud to say that our show is growing and growing and growing, and we've got a brand new schedule. Mondays at 8 p.m., get our Players of the Week. No more waiting. Then on Tuesday, 8 p.m., catch me and Sam and all the guys of the #1 show in high school football in North Carolina, Talking Preps. Wednesdays, 8:30, Dale Ross and Jim West will host Talking Preps OT Live, talking about statewide issues, trends, and interacting with viewers. And don't miss our post-game show Fridays at 11 p.m. where we wrap up all of the night's actions. At Talking Preps, we've got you covered all week. All right, welcome back. Talking Preps Player of the Week, wrapping up the regular season. Let's get right back to business. Central Cabarrus High School, they had the return of legendary coach Donnie Kiefer this year, where they also got some dudes, and DeMonte James is one of them in a 51-8 victory over Harding. James ran the ball 8 times for 180 yards and a touchdown. That's 22.5 yards per carry. That's big time. I don't care what league you're playing in. James also had an interception. Gary, what do we see in this guy?
Well, he can play both sides of the ball, that's for sure. And, you know, anytime you have a kid that can play on both sides of the ball, that tells me he can play at the next level. Because that's what they're going to want to know. If you're good enough to go both ways and be a star at it, then you're good enough to play at the next level. And so that's what he's showing me, that he can play in college.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, hey, you ball out. You're going to get the call. When you got a big enough game, you're going to be on the show with us. DeMonte James, welcome to the show. Tell us about the game and how you felt about your performance.
Thank you for having me once again. I want to appreciate it. The game, it was pretty good. That pick I had, even though it put me in bad field position, you know, it did set up for a good run, and the game was pretty much good overall. The defense, we did real good. We struggled the first drive, but after that, man, we did real good.
Question for you. You know, you were playing at Harding this past game, right? And the field looked a little atrocious. You know, I've played on that field a long time, and you're coming off a nice turf. And you had great footing here. Did you do anything differently about your footing, your cleats, or prepare to go play on this grass?
For sure, I definitely did change up my running. I was definitely high stepping while I was running, trying not to slip the whole time.
Okay, good deal.
What side of the ball do you prefer, DeMonte?
I don't really prefer a side of the ball. I'm really an athlete. You know, wherever coach needs me to be at, you know what I'm saying, that's where I would play.
Have you been playing both sides all year long, DeMonte, or is it just as the years been getting later, you know, you've been getting more work on the other side? Like, what's your main side of the ball?
I've been playing both sides since freshman year. I've been playing both sides of the ball.
Good deal.
All right.
I got one question for you. I've heard, you know, last thing here, like the coach that's your head coach this year. I've never met him, but I've heard nothing but great things about him. Do you have like a unique story about him, or just something you really like about him that you like playing for him?
I like how positive he is. He really came and changed the program a whole lot. You know, once he came in, he set the rules, he set the boundaries. Everybody follow what he goes by, and I like that about him.
Good deal.
All right, hey DeMonte James, this is your chance. So you got the whole world watching you here on Talking Preps. I'm just going to ask you one good question before I let you go. Tell me what it is you love about playing football.
Man, football is everything to me. I've been playing football since I was like 6, 7, and hopefully
6, 7. You had to
I'm
say that.
They always
Yeah.
get it in, don't they?
Yeah. But football is everything. I want to go in college, make a name for myself, and I will do that for sure.
All right, DeMonte James. Hey, you balled out. You got the call. You're here with us. Congratulations. Best of luck in the playoffs, and hopefully we'll hear more about you through the rest of the playoffs.
Thank you.
Good luck,
All right,
DeMonte.
DeMonte James, Central Cabarrus, incredible. 22.5 yards per carry. That's awesome. Let's move on to Eastern North Carolina. T.O. McFadder, Princeton High School, a 50-42 victory over rival Rosewood. McFadder ran the ball 40 times for 208 yards and 4 touchdowns. Also had 3 kick returns for 107 yards, plus 4 tackles and an interception. Coach Hales, I know you like guys that can do it all. Tell me about this guy.
Yeah, man. Especially in a rivalry game like this, getting 40 carries, like I'm going to dust off an old word for you guys. And this looks like one of those old slobber knocker games, man, where it's just buckle your chin strap and put your head down and make stuff happen. But 40 carries, kickoff returns, he's tackling people. I believe that's what we call an ice bath game around here.
That's right.
That's what it is right there. No doubt. 40 carries. That's right. And he needed every bit of it.
We're violating child labor laws in Princeton, man. I love it.
Some teams don't get 40 offensive plays, and he's getting 40 carries.
No doubt, man. No doubt. What a great night for him.
Wow. What a night. Hey, let's keep on moving here talking preps. Caleb Richardson, South Stanley High School. The Rowdy Rebel Bulls, they had a 50-13 victory over Albemarle. The senior quarterback completed 11 of 13 passes for 373 yards and 3 touchdowns. He also ran the ball 4 times for 127 yards and another score. Coach Griner, this guy's doing it all. What do you see?
Well, I love a good lefty to reference the old Tim Tebow. And this guy had a Tim Tebow type game. Only, throwing the ball 13 times, but having over 373 yards is unreal. I mean, he's averaging like a punt average on each completion, which is pretty amazing. And if I can't tell, it looks like he's got a little drop in the back with the hair. So you always got to have a guy with a little swag to you. A quarterback just slinging it all lefty. I could rock with this guy for sure, no doubt.
Absolutely. You can see him right there slinging it all over the field, balled out. He got the call. We're going to move forward. I got a couple I'm going to read for you guys. Mason Levino, Cuthbertson High School. This guy's been tearing it up all season right next door in Union County. In a 31-28 loss to rival Marvin Ridge, Levino carried the ball 37 times for 311 yards and 3 touchdowns. The performance put Levino over 1,700 yards on the season, 13 touchdowns. So big time. Moving forward up to Wake County, Green Hope High School, Ryder Shoresman. There you see him right there. And a 44-22 victory over Green Level. The junior quarterback completed 18 of 23 passes for 247 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also ran the ball 12 times for 81 yards and another score. He balled out. He got the call. Let's stay up here in Wake County and go to Millbrook High School. Chase Sizer in a 25-6 victory over Corinth Holder. Sizer had 15 tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, 2 quarterback hurries, and a pass, 2 passes defended. Coach Hales, I know you like guys that can get it done on the defensive side of the ball. They've been playing at a high level all year at Millbrook. Tell me what you see.
No, I see a kid that, number one, he's a fantastic athlete, but number 2, he just does such a great job with his hands. He's not letting blockers get into him and hold him and grab him. And, I've heard offensive linemen like to hold sometimes, but, again, when he's doing such a great job with his hands like this, he's not even allowing that to happen. And, Coach Marshall's not, unfamiliar with having great defensive players. He had a kid when he was at Mount Tabor, I believe Divine Diablo was his name. And, I see a lot of similarities there where kid just makes a whole bunch of plays and again, 15 tackles, sacks, passes defended. This kid's all over the field, man. He's like white paint, man. He's all over the field.
Oh, yeah. He kind of one of those glue guys, just holds the defense, holds the team together. And you got to have guys like that to win a championship. We got one more left here talking preps. players of the week, and we're going to save the biggest guy who just absolutely balled out on the biggest stage for last. Let's go up there to Iredell County, Mooresville High School. Bernie Norman in a 23-21 come-from-behind victory over rival Lake Norman. The Mooresville Star completed 17 of 29 passes for 170 yards, also ran the ball 12 times for 82 more yards. He had 2 rushing touchdowns in the game, including the game-winning touchdown pass with 10 seconds to go. Coach Griner, we like guys that can get it done in clutch time. This guy got it done in clutch time.
This guy is as savvy as they come. Maybe the most savviest guy there is in North Carolina of all quarterbacks. You can watch him. I've watched him in scrimmages. I've watched him for years. He gets that reference of the sunshine from Remember the Titans, rightfully so. But that guy was a gunslinger as well. And so I don't think he minds that. But my favorite thing about you is the savviness and your leadership qualities. That, anybody can throw the football and run the football a little bit, but being able to galvanize people around you is what makes you a champion. And that's why I think you guys are going to be a tough out to deal with in the 7A. Y'all have improved throughout the year, and going against a rival team like you did. Tell me a little bit about that rivalry game.
Well, thank you for having me on. And it was just one of those rival games. No matter what the record is or how good they are, how good we are, and however the season's going for both of us, it's just going to be one of those games. They know our play style. We know their play style. And I think ultimately it just comes down to execution, just believing in the work and the preparation that you've done all week and almost down to spring ball, summer ball, in the weight room. We're in the weight room 5 days a week. And it's just, how can we do our best and have a present mindset, dominate the present, and just take it play by play and play 4 quarters of football. And that's what we did.
Brody, seeing that clip at the end of the game there, 10 seconds left, throwing the touchdown pass. I mean, it's not just that you guys have a big crowd in the stands, but like all those people, you see them down on the track and everybody's just getting closer to the end. They're just inching closer and closer to the field. Like, what's that feel like for you as a quarterback? Like, how are you able to stay calm and be able to communicate with your offensive guys? Like, what allows you to be able to do that?
I think mental preparation. I'm big into mental preparation and meditating and reading and keeping a sane kind of still mind. And in a situation like that, I mean, you can look at it as pressure or you can look at it as, all right, well, whatever the situation is, the clock's not running. Where's my guys? What concept do I have? What are they in on the defense? And how can I do my job to the best of my ability to get the ball in the end zone? You just got to figure it out. And I learned something from Nick Saban one time because I love Nick Saban, and Coach Mayo, my head coach, does as well. He's always given us Nick Saban isms and things like that. But Nick Saban won a state championship in high school as a quarterback. And he said his first lesson he learned as a coach is at the end of the game, you think players and not plays. And so I had my guy out there one-on-one, and I knew I had to go to him.
Well, you definitely did, man. I can tell you that. And it was smooth. It was smooth too. Like it was like, I'm gonna throw it there. No, it's going there. No, it's gonna be done. Like it was very poised play. Look at this. Let's just watch it one more time. I mean, just
the follow through and everything. He's like Jordan in Utah.
Yeah, push them by, baby.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Hey, Brody, do you know where Nick Saban played college football?
Alabama.
That's not where he played.
He played at Clemson. No, where did he play?
Here, baby. He's a Kent State Golden Flash, man. He's a Kent State Golden Flash.
No, Dabo Sweeney played at Alabama. There you go.
That's right. There you go. There you go. I like it, man. You're a historian too. I love that, man. I love that about you.
Yeah, Dabo wish he was back in Alabama after yesterday.
Gary, what is wrong with you, man?
Hey, Brody, I want to ask you this. Just talking about the clutch situation. Obviously, the pass there at the end of the game. I was at your game 2 weeks ago. I believe you guys were on the road against Davie County, and it was still early in the game, and I was standing right behind you in the end zone, and your team was backed up on the goal line. And I don't know if you remember the situation, and they were coming at you, and you just had some clutch, stood up there in the pocket and fired a pass for about 40 yards. And then 2 plays later, you guys were in the end zone. And that was when it's still a close game, and that really changed the tempo of the game. You guys ended up blowing them out. But clutch situations like that, whether, backed up in the shadows of your goal line or, right there in the end zone with all the fans surrounding you, going for the win against your rival. Tell us just about those clutch situations and how you can kind of keep your mind occupied on what's happening despite all the factors around you.
Well, it's hard to prepare for situations like that. I mean, you can prepare all you want in practice with 2 minutes, and you can turn the stadium speakers on loud and whatever it may be. But honestly, you just have to focus on the task at hand and just come with intense focus and a tense present mindset, and just identify what's going on. Quick process, 3 down, 4 down, 1 high, 2 high, man eye, zone eye, skew the linebackers. Just go over it real quick, know your situation, and just play ball. Just not think about it too much.
All right,
Brody, is there something that the two schools, other than bragging rights, is there something that the two schools play for in this rivalry? Is there some kind of trophy that that the two schools fight over for this Lake Norman rivalry?
Well, typically it's the conference championship, and it's been that way the past 3 or 4 years. Besides just being a county championship, but they're a really good opponent. They know our game, and we know theirs, and it's always one of those games every year.
They said a championship's good enough than playing for some trophy or some axe or some bell or something like that. They said we're just playing for championships. I like it, Brody.
All right, Brody Norman, you balled out. You got the call. Incredible season, incredible conference championship. I know you guys were focused on taking it further, though, so best of luck throughout the course of the playoffs. I'm sure we'll be talking about you, but have a great season.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me.
Thanks for joining us. All right, guys. Hey, that's going to do it for this week's Talking Preps. If you want to be featured on Talking Preps, there you see the graphic right there. Here's how you do. Send us a note on X or Instagram with your stats link, Huddle Film by Saturday at 6 p.m. Stats will be verified by the team. You can hit us up on X at Charlotte Preps or on Instagram at Observer Preps. And you know what we say, you ball out, you will get the call.